Welcome back to my final tipping point of the night. Take a look.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You continue to believe? Well, Mr. President, you also believe ISIS is not an existential threat to our nation. You believe citizens don't need to own certain types of weapons. You believe Obamacare is a success. Forgive me, Mr. President, if I feel skeptical about believing what you believe.
And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people. And I think they recognize that being president is a serious job.
You have a lot of faith in the American people. Really? Why don't you trust us to get an ID in order to prove our citizenship when we vote then? Why don't you trust us to pick our own health care? Why don't you trust us to invest our money in things that matter to us instead of spending $535 million taxpayer dollars on the Solyndra failure?
It's not hosting a talk show or a reality show. It's not promotion. It's not marketing. It's hard.
Yeah, President Obama, it is hard being president. It better be hard. You have the responsibility for the safety of all the American people in your hands every day. You, as the president, make decisions of life and death consequences. Whether it's appointing Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State, which led to the death of 4 Americans, whether it's arguing against a bill when you were state senator that denied babies born after botched abortions any medical care, or whether it's refusing to acknowledge the threat of radical Islamists and their terrorism here in our own country. Will Donald Trump be president? Who knows? It's too early to tell. But I don't think you know who you're messing with, President Obama. Donald Trump said you might be the worst president in history. And with all due respect, sir, a lot of us agree with Mr. Trump. We don't want another president who makes it his mission to bow to foreign leaders, negotiate with radical regimes, lose our power in hostage negotiations, bloat executive agencies, attack our Second Amendment rights, divide our nation with racially charged rhetoric, ignore veterans' health care when they come back from wars, lie to us about Obamacare to get it passed, force Christians to violate their consciences and provide birth control or pay a fine for it, refuse to secure our borders, allow unvetted Syrian refugees into our nation, some of whom want to kill us. Shall I go on, sir? President Obama, we know your BFF Hillary Clinton is struggling in the polls. But did you ever think that maybe, just maybe, it's because she's like you and the American people are fed up with it? That's my final point. You can always reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. And if you like the show, send me an email at oann.com/contact. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, for an all-new episode of Tipping Point. And until then, have a great night.